Hi. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Ellie Dolly or Crazy. This is not one of my normal videos. Can you tell? Let's hope this one actually is on the YouTube this time, unlike the other ones. Basically, today, I'm just gonna be yapping a lot. Warning. This will have Sweet Tooth spoilers. Probably. Really, what I'm gonna be yapping about is things that make no sense to me. And if y'all wanna, so I'm trying to figure out how to work my photos, because I got a little bit of a problem. Okay, cool. Alright. Number one. This is the, number one. This is the thing that makes no sense to me at all. So, let's get started. So, number one is, I think you guys all know that and Bear are sisters. What does not make sense to me is, so Amy calls Wendy, but so does Bear, right? And Wendy was dropped off by the last man at, like, the zoo, you know? And, you know, whatever. So, what I'm trying to bring into words here, I do not want a script for this, can you tell? Is how did Amy know that Wendy's name was Wendy? Because, like, yeah, the parents could have been like, oh yeah, like, Bear's, like, foster parents could have been like, oh yeah, her name's Wendy. And Bear could have been like, cool, or, you know. But there was no, like, it was just the child. There was no, like, Osmond sure as hell didn't know that Wendy's name was Wendy. And, like, so how did Amy know that Wendy's name was Wendy? Like, that doesn't make, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense. Like, oh yeah, I'm looking for my sister, Wendy. And, like, this was at, like, the zoo when Tiger and Bear crossed paths again. She was just like, oh yeah, you're looking for Wendy. This is what you're gonna do to find Wendy. If you have a chance at this, you'll have a chance of finding Wendy. How did Amy know that Wendy's name was Wendy? Am I just forgetting something? Or did that just not, like, oh yeah, last man took Wendy from the parents after they died. Bear was left, you know. Then they took Wendy, left the baby with Amy. Like, make that make sense. How, like, how does that make sense? How does that make sense? Like, there's no possible explanation, because there was no way that the last man knew that Wendy's name was Wendy. Like, they don't care about that, for one. And it's not like they just dropped off the child. They didn't leave anything with, like, Wendy. They just dropped her off at the front of the zoo. So, and Bear knew Wendy's name, so did Amy. I know it's supposed to be, like, the point of, like, TV magic, but it doesn't make sense. Like, how Bear and Amy would both know that Wendy's name is Wendy. It does not make sense. And, like, I watched the show through 3 times. I just finished watching it yesterday. I finished watching it for the 3rd time yesterday, and I watched it pretty quick, as I normally do. Like, you know, so it's not like I, like, watched it slow and missed something. Like, you know, maybe, there's no possible thing to that. Yeah. Like, the parents were dead at that point. So, they couldn't tell anybody that this, and when he was like a newborn, right? Maybe like a couple months old. So it's not like Wendy knew that her name was Wendy, and, like, you know? Yeah, it's just kind of weird. Now we're going to be moving into the Animal Army, also known as the subplot that makes 0 sense, just to me. And I saw, if you've read the Reddit post that was like, oh, this doesn't make sense, they cover that a lot better than I do. But let's just get into it. First, the outfits are epic. I will say that. I love all the outfits. Tigers, I love. Rhino's one of my favorites. You know, they all have super cool outfits. But how did they get them? The schools, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Like, they probably just, you know, found the animal skulls or killed the animal and got the skull, whatever. But, like, what doesn't make sense is Tiger's vest thing. I don't have a really good picture because there's no really good pictures of it, but I'm unorganized. I mean, I hope you know what I'm talking about, but, like, her big vest thing, like, she made that. Well, obviously, like, in the show, she's supposed to make that. We're like, who made that? Because that's not just something you find. That's not just something you find. That's not just a common everyday item, household item. Like, it looks to me like it was made out of a sleeping bag. And I say that because I'm trying to figure out how to make it. But they don't just sell those things on Amazon. They don't just have those things in stores. And it's not like, you know, I'm gonna guess that it takes place around our time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna guess Sweet Tooth takes around the same places, like, time as us. Say it about, like, you know. So, it's very similar timeline. Right? Like, I don't even know how to sew in the real world, let alone an apocalypse. Like, yeah, they had, like, the internet, but, like, kind of. But how would Tiger just know how to make one of those? Because those look real. Because to be honest, it looks really hard to make. Like, there's no just, oh yeah, it's this. Because there isn't. Like, she wears her green jacket, which I actually have it somewhere. Well, I don't have the, obviously I don't have the exact same jacket, otherwise I wouldn't be wearing it every day. But I have a very, very, very similar green leather jacket that looks almost identical to Tiger's. And, like, the lace top, you know, it's like, that's something you would find at the store, obviously. She wears, like, a tank top kind of thing. That's something you'd find at the store. Like, stores and stuff. That's something places sell. And then, like, the shorts and her cargo pants, whatever. Those are things that places sell, but her big vest thing is not things that places just sell. And, like, yeah, Artemis, the actor, or Tiger's relatively tall, but Bear is kind of short. I say that in all my videos. don't, I'm around the same height as Tiger. I'd be around the same height. That thing goes almost down, like, to her ankles. So that thing is, like, pretty long. Like, if you put that on anybody else, it'd be on the ground. You know? Also, okay, enough with the tiger thing. There were multiple characters in the Animal Army with very colorful, fashion-colored, dyed hair. Like, I think I have... Never mind, my phone is not working. Oh, now it is. Okay. Obviously, y'all have seen Tiger. She has the super orange, yellow hair. Which, honestly, it looks awesome. It looks pretty cool. But, like... Sorry about the absolute terrible quality. But, like, look at her. She has highlighter pink hair, right? Like, to get that color, and it looks like it is, obviously, looks like it's, like, done yesterday. Like, you would have to bleach that and then color it. And also something to take note of, colored hair can get very hard to take care of. Like, you have to wash a certain way, otherwise the color just fades. And all their colors are very, very, very bright and vibrant. You know, like, it's not like it's just faded. And obviously it's supposed to be like tea. But I'm talking about, like, in that universe. In the universe of Sweet Tooth. They're in the apocalypse. So, like, how would Flamingo, I guess that's her name, right? Flamingo and Tiger have, like, those very brightly colored hairs. Like, obviously, yeah, you can find dye, but there's always that chance of your hair burning off because of the bleach or whatever. Like, it's not just something you can just do, and you have to, like, let it set, otherwise it doesn't dye properly. Like, what happens if, like, something happens in the middle of that? Like, how do they go about that? You know? Oh. Something else I had a question on was, again, you know, the Animal Army, like, everybody in the Animal Army was about 5, 6, 7 when Crumble hit, right? You know, I know it's terrible quality, but if you look super close, she has glasses. And those aren't kid glasses, I will guarantee. Like, these are my glasses, right? Like, my glasses, they fit my head. And that's because I have a bigger head. And those glasses that she was wearing fit her face well. I have these glasses from when I was about 6 or 7, right? I put them on. Look at how small they are on my face. And they don't fit my face. And you can see, like, kid glasses do not fit adult faces. So, like, and glasses are hard to come across. I will say, like, a lot of characters have glasses. And that's just, like, does not make sense to me. Okay, anyways. I guess I don't have glasses now either, do I? Glasses, like, in apocalyptic I cannot talk, I'm sorry. In subtitles. Those types of settings, they don't work. They just don't work. And, like, cause, like, obviously the Animal Army fights. And, like, glasses, these freaking break easy. Like, one time, I was wearing my glasses. I had an ocarina, so it had, like, a strap. I pulled it off my head, and my glasses broke from an ocarina strap. They break easy. Like, Dr. Singh had glasses too. Like, I get that it's like a design choice, but it's like doesn't make sense in their setting. Like, Bear's outfit is the only one that makes sense. Like, her No Man's Land thing, that obviously is meant to look like she painted it, and it does. Her pants look like the bears are the, like, the animal just doesn't make sense. And another thing that doesn't make sense, well, I guess, is, like, totally forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, right, the piercings. Obviously, the actors already have, like, you know, but, like, I've had my piercing, but, like, most kids-ish, I don't know, get their first piercing, like I have 6 or 7, so it makes sense that Bear has, she wears one earring on her side, but Tiger, I don't have a picture, she's an earring like here and here on both of her ears. They look really nice, but that's just like, I want to say something real quick. Earrings while fighting are not a good choice. Like, any jewelry really while fighting is not a good choice because, like, yeah, you have your, like, if you have your hair back, someone can still pull, and that hurts. That's meant to hurt. And, you know, so, obviously, it's meant to just be like, they did it themselves, but it doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, they're fighting constantly. It doesn't make sense to have your ears pierced. It's a stupid choice. And then another thing that I don't agree with is, like, I know a few, why don't they have their hair tied back? Like, Tiger's is long. They stay, like, here. And she just has it free flowing. And, like, dude, you're fighting. If someone pulls on your hair, like, that hurts. That's not something you want to deal with. Like, you know when Bear puts her hair back because she joins the Last Man? That's what they should be doing, is putting their hair back. But they don't. And that's a stupid choice. You know? Glasses. Oh! I have one more thing. The makeup. Obviously, makeup gets good. You get better as time goes on. You get better as time goes on. But makeup, over time, makeup goes fast. Like, makeup, eyeshadow, it goes fast. And it goes bad after about a year. And it does not work after a while. Like, you know, like, it does not work after a while. Like, I mean, yeah, they could just be fighting the makeup, but wait, like, yeah, they go to a whole places, people have also probably taken, like, makeup and stuff from stores. And, like, Tiger wears eyeliner, you know, she has the, in her eyeshadow, but, like, Rhino, I don't think I have a picture. Or I might, wait, one sec, guys. But, like, the makeup, I really like their makeup. It's fun, it's cute. Like, Bear's isn't even that makes sense again. Like, it looks like she just kind of, like, with eyeshadow or, you know, like, whatever. Like, I'm going to my sweet tooth board, one sec. It's all Bear, guys. perfect. Like, look at his makeup. Like, it looks cool. But that's like some specialty face paint to get like that. Like, that's not just something you find in stores. Oh, right, I had one more thing that I wanted to cover. Was the internet. Them having, like, internet like that doesn't make sense. Because it's not like they could just Google how to code stuff. Or it's not like they could just Google, like, they couldn't Google because they didn't have the internet. And it's not like 6, 7-year-olds are learning how to code, learning how to hook up computers when there's literally no signal, no Wi-Fi, and no power and stuff. Like, how? Like, how does that... Doesn't make sense. Like, they have video games, they have VR. Like, obviously they're an abandoned carnival, but like... And like... They had to hook up the Wi-Fi, like, the games and stuff, somehow. But how? How did they hook up the games? Because 6 and 7-year-olds aren't learning how to do that at 6 or 7. So it's not like they have the background knowledge to do that. Like... They don't have... Most of them won't have the background knowledge to hook up computers to make video games. Okay. Yeah, it just... The Animal Army does not make sense. At all. Also, to future me editing this, I very deeply apologize. I have whatever note you want to hear. Okay, my name is Gray. See you all. And I will be back with another video soon. Hopefully this one actually gets out. Bye, guys!